As we take off out of our train station, going lightning speed, on the right-hand side, you will see Home Sweet Home. And Home Sweet Home it is indeed to our 2 male giraffes. Now, giraffes have earned the nickname the watchtowers of the savannah. And with some excellent eyesight, fantastic hearing, and adults averaging a height of about 6 meters tall, they do an excellent job at keeping an eye out for danger. They actually do such a good job that other smaller animals will use them as reference to danger being nearby. And if they see a group of giraffes running off in a specific direction, they will soon follow suit. Typically the same way the giraffes are going, as that is the way away from danger. Now, as we make our way down the hill here, coming up on the right-hand side, let's see if you folks can see any of our animals that are lying around. That's right up next is our African lions. The one enjoying a lovely cat nap in the sunshine close to the fence here is our youngest lioness, Pumpkin. My friend, a couple seats back, you have to be sitting down the entire train ride. I know it's hard to see sometimes, but it is for your safety. Now in the center enclosure there is one of our male lions, Boomer, along with Tess. And in the farthest enclosure will be Tess's brother and sister, Castle and Grim. Now it is important to note that both Boomer and Pumpkin came to us here from private ownership. And it is illegal to own big cats as pets here in Canada. Now also enjoying the sunshine and a very well-deserved cat nap, right along the fence line here is our female Siberian tiger, Hannah. Now, Siberian tigers are the largest member of the cat family in the world, but they are also endangered in the wild. We can do our part to help out animals like Hannah by following the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, if you folks also happen to see those cat-shaped shadows in the center enclosure right next to Hannah's, those are our 2 jaguar brothers, Jasper and Loki. Now, because they are brothers, they do look very, very similar, but the easiest way to tell them apart when you're walking around later on is their eye color. Loki's eyes are blue, while Jasper's are a goldish brown color. Now coming up on our right-hand side here, you will see our beautiful blackberry wall. But on the other side of that, in the break in it right here, if you look over towards the barn, you will see 2 of our 3 alpacas. Oh, I stand corrected. All 3 of them are over there. The one with the white coat is Tauntaun, his mother is Penelope with the brown coat, and he's a little bit harder to see. Corner here, folks, you will understand how these beautiful birds got their name. Even with all of the sticks and trees in the way, they are very easy to find. We will also be getting a much better look at them on the other side of our tunnel here. But as we approach our tunnel, just a reminder to please keep your arms and legs inside of the car. But this is also a great place for us to practice our wolf howls. So I'll see you all on the other side.
Oh, it's so cute. Channel.
Much better view of our flamingos. And if you're to follow the path on my left, you will come across our cougars, pelicans, and conservation corner. Here at the Greater Vancouver Zoo, we have partnered with WPC to help with the conservation efforts for native endangered species of British Columbia. These species include the Oregon spotted frog, the Taylor's checkered spot butterfly, and the western painted turtle. Now this large enclosure on my left is home to our caribou, also called reindeer if you've ever heard of those guys. They are the only members of the deer family where both the males and females grow antlers. They can usually be found in the enclosure closest to the paved path here, and it looks like there is one just past the big tree on the left-hand side. Now it looks like at least one of the girls is still out and about to say hello. On the right-hand side here, this is the home of our two hippo sisters, Haiti and Hazina. It looks like you can see the back of our other hippo just heading into the barn. I can't really blame them for wanting to be inside. While it is beautiful outside, it is a little bit chilly, and the girls do have access to a heated pool inside their barn. Now I got a question for you all. Do you think you can outswim a hippo? Technically you can, as hippos can't technically swim. Instead they do something called punting, where they sink down to the bottom of the water and use their powerful legs to push off of the ground. Now on the right hand side here, you will get a very good look at some of our white-tailed deer. White-tailed deer gained a lot of popularity from the Walt Disney production of Bambi, and as the name suggests, they do indeed have a white tail, but the color is located on the underside of their tail. Just a quick reminder, folks, to please keep your arms inside of the car. There are a lot of branches and other obstructions on either side of the track, and I would hate for anybody to get injured as we go along on our adventure. As we head down the hill here, we will see a wild and endangered Sean on our left-hand side. Oh no! But this is normally the home of our three grizzly siblings, Huggy, Henry, and Scout. They'll just be away for the time being while some maintenance is being done on their enclosure, so they'll be in the back. We also do have three black bears, who I like to call our spice bears, Rosemary, Basil, and Thyme. They're located on the left-hand side, away from the train track, next to our female grizzly Shadow. Now it is important to note that all of our bears here at the Greater Vancouver Zoo did come to us orphaned at a very young age, and they need to stay with their mothers for the first 2 to 3 years of their lives to get all of the skills that they need to survive in the wild. Just to the left-hand side here, once we're over top of our Salmon River, you'll also be able to see one of our two bald eagles. We have Max and Meredith, who live here at the zoo with us. But it's a good thing we practice those wolf howls, right? On the right-hand side, you will get a very good look at our gray wolves. We have 13 gray wolves here in the Greater Vancouver Zoo, and gray wolves are also the largest member of the wolf family found in North America. On our left-hand side here, we can all wave a big hello to our prehistoric pals at the Mesozoic Adventure Park. And for any aspiring paleontologists, we have our dig site on the right. Now just between the trees there, you might be able to spot our female red fox Holly. You can probably get another look at her once we are past the trees here and you look back towards the log. We do have two red foxes here, and their names are Mayhem and Holly, but you may have noticed that their coat color is not red at all. That is completely normal, as red foxes can be black, brown, silver, or red.
That's weird.
Now, does anybody know why foxes like to hunt rabbits? They really love fast food. And it looks like Nimit is also out and about to say hello. Just behind the barn on my right-hand side, you might be able to spot our dromedary camel Nimit. We also have a Bactrian camel named Gemma, but she can usually be found on the other side of the barn, just past our red pandas. The two of them are excellent at camouflage, though, and can be a little bit hard to spot on colder days like today. Now, just after the tree here on my right-hand side is the home of our red pandas. Looks like Paprika is still out and about. You can see her just at the top of the tree house here. We also have a male red panda named Arun, but it looks like he is not outside at this time. That beautiful coat that you see on Paprika is actually a form of camouflage. In their native home of the Southeast Asian Himalayan mountains, there is a red-brown moss that grows on the trees that is a very similar color to the coat you would have seen on Paprika. It looks like Gemma is not outside. Her camouflage is just too good. But if you do see her later on, the easiest way to tell her apart from Nimit is that a Bactrian camel, just like an uppercase letter B, has 2 humps, and a dromedary camel, just like an uppercase letter D, has 1 hump. And folks, if you see an animal that looks like a camel with no humps, well, I've been calling that one hump-free. Now on our right hand side here, if you can see the animal with the darker colored coat, that is our nilgai Nancy. Hi Nancy. And on the left, just past the water, you'll be able to see some masters of the game of hide and seeka. Those are our Sika deer, folks. Native to Japan, they are excellent swimmers, and they're also the only members of the deer family when born with those beautiful white spots. They keep them throughout their entire lives. Now on the right hand side here, the animals that are hanging out with Nancy, the ones with the white rump and the brown chest, are our scimitar horned oryxes. Our oryxes are a part of our species survival plan here at the Greater Vancouver Zoo, and up until several years ago, they were actually extinct in the wild. But thanks to the efforts of places such as the zoo, they have now reached the status of endangered, which, if you ask me, is definitely a step in the right direction. As we head down our hill here, on the left-hand side, let's see if you folks can spot a few more of our striped friends here at the zoo. On our left, you will see our 2 plain zebras, Sahara and Karoo. Now, there is no one zebra stripe that are the same as another, and a baby zebra will use that information to find its mother in the wild. On the right-hand side here, closest to the fence line, you'll be able to see our domestic donkey Bob. Tucked up next to the barn in the back is our American miniature horse Pearl, and he's just in the back underneath the tree, the animal with the silver-colored coat. That is our dwarf Cebu Zeus. Now we will once again be passing over our Salmon River here, folks, and I'm going to start to pick up a little bit of speed. Probably a little bit more once we hit our ostrich barn, but this is to help us get up our final hill here and make it back to the train station. We will be going past our African savanna on my right hand side, and if you look into the very far right hand corner, you will see our very tall friend, the giraffe. Our African savanna is home to our 2 female ostriches, Omari and O, as well as our common eland. Now, ostriches are the fastest land animal on 2 legs, and they have the largest eyeball size out of any land animal. While our eland there are the largest member of the antelope family, and while they aren't particularly fast, they are excellent jumpers and can cross for very long distances. Now, as we round the corner here to head back into our train station, I'd just like to ask you all to please remain seated until the train has come to a complete stop in the station and I have turned off the engine. Then you are more than welcome to exit on the left-hand side, following the yellow arrows back